Hey guys, it's Kamakuno, and I'm doing Fear Itself, Book 3, Issue 3, if you will. So let's start talking about the cover. Captain America has blood all over himself, so something big's gonna happen in this issue. And then Thing has a hammer. Like, I haven't had a really favorite character. Thing's not my favorite character, but I like him as a character. So I haven't had a character I really liked. Um, get the hammer. So I was pretty excited to see this cover Thing getting a hammer. So it's pretty exciting. So let's go into the story and see what happens. We start out with Captain America fighting Sif, and then we're going to Thor gets out of his little chambers thing and says we have to save Earth, and no one's really going along with him saving Earth. Red She-Hulk is saving everybody from the Hulk's destructions. Then we have Thing get the hammer like we saw in the cover. And we see Steve Rogers for like 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. That's great, right? Just had to show his face. And then Captain America, he's fighting Sif, and we don't know if he's dead or not. You know, we see that white thing, and we don't know if he's dead, which is going to be pretty exciting to see if he's dying, what's happening to him. I mean, look at this. It's pretty exciting over here. So, the ending was really good for the cliffhanger. Let's talk about the art. And the art I really like because it's Fear itself. You know, it's the main series. We have to have good art. Because if we don't have good art, then it's not showing that Marvel has good artists. Because if it's a main story arc, you have to have good art, good story. Everything has to be great. Because you have to show this is what we're putting all our collaborations together with this is what we give, and we're going to give a great story. So we have to show we have good art, we have good story. What I didn't like is that the story kept jumping. There's so much story, so many different stories going on in one issue. It's one issue, it's not a double issue, it really is just a regular comic book. And so like you can see, you know, regular comic book. So it's not like it's double sized, it's that special. So you can't have so much story in this. I would say if they had to cut something out, Steve Rogers had 1 page, so they could have cut that out. On the whole Thor thing, nothing really happened there. And just maybe cut some stories out. 3 at most, maybe, because you just kept jumping and jumping. At first, we're like, Thor, oh, what's going on with Thor? Then we got Red She-Hulk. It was too much story in one issue, and it just made it a bad issue. It just got you really confused. And like when you just got into that character, reading that story, you jump to another one. So that was a little confusing. If it was double sized, yeah, you can have this many stories, but it's one issue. You can't have this many stories and give 1 page to each character because you can't get into a character and nothing gets accomplished. Also didn't like that in the Incredible Hulks we get to see Red She-Hulk, she can't transform back to Betty. But in this, we see her transforming back to Betty a lot, actually. So, and she's actually being good as She-Hulk. Like, in the regular Incredible Hulk thing, she's not good as She-Hulk. She's not Betty. But in this, she's saving people. And she's Betty as She-Hulk. So, it's that very different, a little plot hole-ish in this. So I was kind of, you know, I was like, what's going on? Are they telling like the future of the Incredible Hulks, or they just don't know what's going on with the Incredible Hulks? I like the cliffhanger and the thing, you know, Thing getting the hammer was pretty cool in this issue. The art is good because I told you before you have to have good art in these type of stories. I give this a 2.5 because it was just too jumpy. I mean, there's some good stuff in it, but it was just too jumpy. Hopefully in the next issue we have 3 stories at most because you can't have so many characters in one issue. That's just my opinion. You have miniseries, so you can tell your stories, just not as many in the main series, unless you're going to go double issue. So I say don't pick this issue up. Hopefully next issue will be better. Definitely with that cliffhanger, I think it will be better. We might have a lot of Bucky things going on. Hopefully Bucky does die because we have to have impact in comic books. You know, when people die, we never really get to see them dead. You know, we just get them, oh, a year later. You know, they're not dead. You don't, like, feel sorry for them. You know, it's like, oh, really? You know, he's dead now. You feel sorry for that character. But in comic books, you don't really feel sorry for them because you know they're coming back. Sorry, my screensaver came up and I was like, what? What's going on? So, no, but, so hopefully this is Impact Death. If it's death at all, we'll have to see next issue. So, don't pick this up, 2.5. Sorry, guys, if you like this issue. You know, I just thought it was a little too jumpy. Alright, this was Comic Uno. I hope you enjoyed.